as we talk current time if you're not as versed with the game.
Okay. That said, welcome everybody to Fox Mind in the Mad Hen House. I am your host, Doug Medhen, and with me is our second host, Kevin Bradley, aka Captain K. Today's topic is what was it called again?
Mortal Shell. It's a game that had came out about a year ago, and it just recently got a new DLC that kind of converts the after game. Because originally, when the game was made, it was more like I guess you could say it was an RPG Souls-like type game.
Oh, okay.
But with this new DLC that came out, the after game that you do now leads it more to a roguelike game, similar to Hades.
Oh, all right.
Than its original. So it kind of has two ways to be played now, depending on how you want to do it.
Oh, okay. So it's Souls. All right. So another Souls-like.
Yeah.
I don't really know.
It's not necessarily the same exact concept as another Souls-like, because it's a lot more combat-oriented, I guess you would say. Because Souls-like is the exploring, figure out the world, and stuff like that. And Mortal Shell, the lore is not that in-depth. Like, there's lore, but if you try to compare it to a Dark Souls game's lore, you'd be like, no, they really just wanted you to figure out the combat system more than anything else. Because the actual combat system is what makes it shine. Okay. But in terms of story-wise, being like, oh, it's like Dark Souls, yeah, you'll see it and be like, it's like Dark Souls, that's it. But they didn't just like hammer out a whole plot to try and be equivalent to it. They just specialize more in the battle, but the world is similar to it.
Oh. Okay. No, not photos. I need Photoshop, not Photoshop.
All the photos!
Right. You know what? I'll take care of the texture work later. So, okay, so what separates this? Is it 2D? Is it, like, what do you mean by more RPG-like?
Well, okay. You would usually, the way the game technically functions, well, you can also bring up YouTube, because you can look at some, or Google, so you can pull up pictures and stuff, too. Just for the happenstance of if you can't get the imagery in a moment when I'm explaining something, you could just kind of be like, Mortal Shell images, and you'll kind of have some things.
I just don't want to be copyright, get any, like, copyright claims on me, so I'll just, like, I won't...
Oh, yeah, no, it's more for the imagery purposes than the watching video. It kind of defeats the point of us talking if we're going to watch somebody else talk about it. So,
okay, so
but I just meant in terms of you seeing it, this helps better, so...
So this is, so what's the difference between this and Hellpoint?
Hellpoint has a lot more exploration, it is more leaning towards an actual roguelike. Because that's the thing, is like, nowadays the way the games have been designed, there's a fine line between a Souls-like and a roguelike, because a lot of the roguelikes have taken on Souls-like categories. But the main role being different would be like, in a roguelike, you're usually your character, you're going through the process of getting a ton of equipment to scale up, you're exploring, you're looking at different things, you're getting equipment all the time, upgrading, doing all that.
Mm-hmm.
And usually trying to figure out lore and stuff, and the game is just blind, not telling you things. Souls-like, it usually tells you, but you have to pay attention. There's incurring boss battles. The obvious, you die, you have to go back and get your souls. Roguelikes have been doing that more, but not all roguelikes tend to do that.
Yeah.
Whereas in the case of, like, Mortal Shell in comparison to, like, Hellpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Hellpoint, there's a huge expansive area full of multiple secrets that you don't even figure out unless it's situational. Mortal Shell, you can usually see most of the paths you're taking. You're not really solving mysteries. You're not uncovering anything. It is literal run through the world and fight.
Wait.
So it wouldn't be the same mechanics as like Hellpoint, where you see me switching out tons of weapons, having tons of skills and all that. No. Mortal Shell has you where you are in a mortal shell, a physical body. That body has its limitations. You can get other bodies throughout the game. There's also different weapons, but there's not a huge expanse of weapons, and those weapons have particular abilities. But it's mainly about combating the bosses in the game that you need to fight, not necessarily exploring the game.
Oh, okay.
So Hellpoint, you're exploring and learning and doing stuff, and you happen to encounter stuff. Mortal Shell, you are specifically there to encounter the stuff that you're there to encounter. So they don't have to make a whole expansive story. You're there to fight. This is why. You start with no thing. You are told what to do. That is your only goal because that's all you know. Mm-hmm. You go do it. That's it. Hellpoint, they said, go, find out what the hell's going on, and come back and tell me.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean...
So, conceptually, they're different, but if you saw it in gameplay, you would see they're drastically different, too.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to feel about, like, roguelikes anymore. Because, like, because that's another thing someone was asking me to fucking show them. Goddamn, how to roguelite. And I'm just like... The problem with
that's the problem, is the two have... Roguelike and Souls-like have started fusing together, so the big difference between the two of them that made them separately enjoyable isn't really there anymore. Because now anybody that makes a roguelike automatically leans in the Souls area. And they don't need to. You can make fun roguelikes that have nothing to do with Souls mechanics.
Yeah.
Because officially that's what dungeon crawlers were doing for years.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, technically speaking, the first roguelike has to be attributed to Diablo.
Yep.
And
because even what's another one? Because Diablo and obviously D&D qualifies when it switched into game mode more than tabletop. Oh, but I'm trying to think because I know there was one other one that was big that wasn't talked that much about right around that time because I was playing it. I can't remember what the hell it was because it was Diablo. What was that? And there was one other game that was floating around that was similar to its mechanics, but it died out. I can't remember for the life of me, but it'll come back. Okay. I'll remember it at some point, and then we'll be in mid-conversation or something. I'll be like, oh, yeah! And I'll probably just yell it out. But
oh, that's fun. It's like, I'm still like... wait, is this... Oh, that's number 3. I gotta I have to alt-click out of that. Because, like, the thing is, okay, here's my opinion on, like, roguelites, people. The reason why I'm not that big a fan of it is actually due to the fact that it's all randomized, it's all procedurally generated. Like, there's no... It is, like, the laziest excuse for a level design. Like, that is literally how the cookie crumbles with that, on that, like, area. Because you don't necessarily need... Because with, all you need to do, and I did do this just once, one time. Well, 5. Okay. I did create like a procedurally generated dungeon for UE, not just Unreal 4, but Unreal 3, for a failed prototype or what have you. The reason why 1650. The reason why I just can't, because I literally, all I had to do was create. Here's how roguelites work. All right, you have your entire game world, right? All you need to do is say, okay, here's where you want the triggers to be. Here's where you want the end, like a boss fight or whatever to be. From there, you would say, okay, these 2 points have to be stationary. Everything else, fucking randomized, so long as they connect. And that is, it's just...
Yes, I could get what you're saying in that, because it kind of lacks creativity, and you're just letting the system do it, and that can equate to, well, boringness, because one, you're hoping the system's going to randomize it decently, but even with that fact, it only has so many factors it can randomize with.
Yeah. And it's not fucking, like, that's terrible. Like, it's not a good way of design, you know, like, game design, like, the way I was brought up with, and this is especially true with, like, demos, especially with demos, like, you're supposed to be, in order to be professional, like, in order to be treated like a professional, you first need to show off that you can be, that you can do, like, like, this stuff, and you have to prove to yourself, prove to them that you can do it better than anyone else, better than the competition, etc. And
Basically, you have to make the best achievement of work you could possibly make that would make everyone's jaw drop before you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, but here we have, like, and this is why I'm so pissed off that roguelites are so fucking popular. There's no, infinite replayability. If the game is shit, then what the hell are you going to be infinite, it's still It's still...
I get you, because what's the point of a area being regenerated with shitty things that you didn't enjoy the first time when you went through it, and then the second time didn't make it any better? Why am I going to keep going back hoping for a new result when I know the game's going to only have the same assets it has? Unless there's a patch or something that comes flying out of nowhere, I know what I'm getting into. Because, I mean, that's kind of what I've been going through with a lot of games lately, is there's some games that I haven't played for a while that went out of phase, and then they're getting patches and reworks and adjustments, and then I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'll head back and go check it out. Because even Dragon Fighter Z... I saw what they've been reworking on its mechanics. And so even now, because I used to play it a lot more, and then now I kind of went back and didn't give it as much time, but seeing that the mechanics have been reworked, I'm like, I might get back into that online world. I'm kind of feeling it. Because a lot of the things that were bugging me got worked out, and I'm like, it's pretty tempting. But that's a lot of time I'm going to be on there.
Oh, Fighter Z. I love Fighter Z so goddamn much. It's just a shame that, it's just a shame because, with Fighter Z, for me, first of all, they gotta fucking fix that goddamn netcode. Oh, Jesus Christ, is it lagging?
Yeah, that's a whole separate thing. I can't defend them on that at all.
And,
they fixed a lot of things, but that's still the same.
Yeah. They gotta fix that shit. Then there's the, because when I bought it, I bought the Switch version, and for good reason. For those, one of the reasons why I love the Nintendo Switch is, you don't have to, sit down, you can, play it on the go-go, and I'm fine with that. If I, like I do with my laptop, my, desktop, I don't use my desktop as much as I do my laptop now. In fact, I'm thinking about, just selling the fucking thing. Because, I like using because I like being mobile. And I don't want to, drag my shit along with me. So that's why I have, a Switch, a laptop, etc. There are other reasons as to why I don't, grab, PS5, Xbox, etc. But there are other reasons for that. But, in Fighter Z's case, it was fun, but the netcode was so real. And what's worse is that the servers for the Switch version became a fucking ghost town. And what few games I could play, the lag was so fucking real. I was just all fuck.
See, I've only ever played on the PS4 version, so I've never really had the issue. If anything, there's been some times I've had to sit outside lobbies and wait, because all of the ones in my region are full, and I don't want to go outside my region because I know that I'm going to be lagging like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So it's there's been some times where I was just like, oh, I want to play. Oh, I'm going to have to wait for the next 2 hours because this room ain't moving. It's 62 full and has been 62 full for an hour.
Yeah, at least, I wish, supposedly they're fixing it so that way it's cross-platform play.
Yeah. I remember they were supposed to be working on that update, because I've noticed a lot of games have been getting more updates to try and do that. I think they finally caught on to the grievances of people being divided by systems, because it's kind of dumb if we all have the same game and we can't all play.
Yeah. But the problem, they gotta fix their fucking netcode first, man. That has to be done. 'Cause that's just ridiculous.
That's top one.
Yeah. It's so fucking ridiculous. The netcode's just, And, oh shit, what the fuck did I lost my train. Oh, there we go. 200, 220, thank you. Yeah, it's just once they fix their netcode, I'm gonna be happy as a clam, because that definitely
you'd be willing to come slide back.
Yeah. I love so hey, wait. Who was your teams?
I toggled a little bit between some people, but I guess if I was somewhat taking people serious, like if I'm like, nah, fuck this shit, it would probably be Android 17.
Ooh.
Android 17, Android 18, and probably the last person is interchangeable. It would either be Hit or possibly Base Goku.
Ooh, OG Goku.
It's one of the two. This is not including Ultra Instinct Goku that's there now. Because technically he's everyone's favorite because there's so many moves to just phase through stuff. So it feels unfair when you play him unless you're playing somebody else that's playing him, and then you're both just trying to unphase each other.
Yeah.
Because he just has so many counters built in that it's like, if you start the match as Ultra Instinct Goku and start a combo, you can keep that combo going pretty much the whole match. Mm-hmm. Because even when they try to counter you, there are moves specifically to dodge it, because that's the character design. Versus other characters where you have to actually use the skill and connect. And Base Goku has that good move to be able to push you across the whole screen and gives time. And now they fixed the lag gap that actually existed between partner changes. Mm-hmm. So now the issue that I had before with comboing, when you do that push and you try to do a team switch, a partner switch, and the time it takes it to go across the screen, you lose your chance to do the combo. They fixed it to where it does it in the move, so there's a full connect, so it doesn't break.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I said, like, that's why I'm kind of venturing back, because they actually fixed mechanics to where, like, the timing of stuff is fixed. So things that I couldn't do before that should have made sense and should have comboed, now it's like, okay, now they do. Okay, I definitely want to go back and try it out now, because I want to see if that fixes my combos. Because some things I was wanting to do, they should have made perfect sense. Like, they bounce off the wall, they should be right here, but when in execution, it was just like, it was almost like an iframe was there, but there wasn't. Because if I did any other move, it would hit the character. But the move I was trying to do would, like, just phase through and pretend like, nope, you didn't connect. Never.
Fair enough.
But that's a fighting game gripe for me. That's just, growing up on fighting games, when certain mechanics bug you, it bugs you for a while, and it's hard to let it go until you fix it. It's really hard.
Yeah. That is so true.
That's the only reason I got more into home consoles, because you could literally tweak your controller to try and get around some of those things, as opposed to going to arcades when they existed, and you were just stuck out. The character was designed that way. You got to figure your shit out. That's it.
All right. Well, with my team, it was like I'm still like old school. Ginyu 16, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still like old school like that.
I could see why, especially because I personally don't like Ginyu as a character, but functionally in the game, yes, he's a badass. I will give him all credit. I functionally do not like Ginyu, but in the game, he functions the way they built him. He works well.
I love Ginyu as a character, in all honesty. Like, are you kidding me? Like, Ginyu as a character, he's fucking awesome. He's the way
I like abridged Ginyu, but original Ginyu not. Well, no, I take that back. Let me retract my statement. I do not like Ginyu as we got towards Super for the little bit that they put him back in.
Oh yeah,
I like Ginyu when we were still dealing with Namek. Okay, I'm fine. When the whole Ginyu force was there, I'm fine with that. That's perfect aesthetic.
Yeah.
Ginyu makes perfect sense in that. But when you go to Super and then you threw Ginyu back, it's just kind of like,
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh shit. No, wait.
That's why I think, because I never really had anything against him before. If anything, I laughed hilariously while still being in awe of the battles. But outside of that, when you get to Super, it's like, no, Ginyu, your time is over. Like, you're okay, but I would have been more impressed him getting a body and then just sneaking off somewhere and making a plan.
Agreed.
Like that would have been better to have him come back reoccurring as opposed to that.
Yeah, agreed. Sorry about the background music and stuff like that. I just got to test out the cast switching menu, see if that actually works. Fine. Yeah. Well, like, you know what really pisses me off though? Why did they bring Ginyu back but not 16? Why don't they just let him come back? Why don't they just let Android 16 come the fuck back, you know? I mean,
to be fair, they probably have the excusing caveat of Dragon Fighter Z. Because that whole storyline...
And I will be guiding you through this training mission.
In the actual game is built around if 16
W, S, A, and D keys to move around. W and S will allow you to move down and up respectively.
Alright, I'm getting...
Oh no, I saw you were testing it.
Yeah,
But that's the only reason I think they did do it, because if I remember correctly in timing, Fighter Z came out a little bit before Super was like fully blown, right? Like Super had started, but it wasn't like in it wasn't into the big universe battle arc.
Yeah,
because I think it was right after. Yeah, it was after the Frieza arc.
Yeah.
It was after the Frieza arc, going into Zamasu. Zamasu was known, but because he wasn't in the game yet, and later they added Goku Black and everything. I remember, yeah, okay. Because I had to pay for those updates and the season pass and stuff, so that's why I remember. But I was so irritated. I'm like, what the fuck are you going to make a game during the time that the series is running and not give me that character? Like, the hell?
Right? Ugh. But yeah,
bother to bring Trunks back and then put him in a game.
Hello, Master. Welcome to Armed Fort Control.
But yeah, I get your point in that, in terms of most of what your complaints are about the game. Trust me, I'm with you all.
Okay, that's good. Thanks. Just like that. Go back. Shit. God damn it. Doesn't work. All right. I gotta go. Now, I thought okay. So, is this... Nope, there is no on-pressed with you. So I need to make sure there's an on-pressed... God damn it, I gotta do the same thing with the others, don't I? Let me see... Buffcast, Cast Switch, Energy Cast, Familiars, and... Megacasts. Gotta see if there's a... Nope! So I gotta do that.
Gotta do it for all of them.
Yep. It's my fault. It's my own dumbass fault. Anyway, all widgets. And
but to slightly veer back to our original subject,
yeah,
in the sense of your distakes for roguelikes slightly, I don't dislike the mechanic of a roguelike. I think it's overblown to do the mechanic for the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
I could see the mechanic working in terms of, well, hell, technically, like Mortal Shell did, because Mortal Shell originally wasn't a roguelike mechanic. They added it in later, which gave it replay ability. So I think that would work better. Like, you could make the game that way. If everybody seems to like the world of the game that much, then yeah, you can make a DLC of a roguelike situation. Because people are already entranced by the world, and then at that point, you're just going to let the programming build off of it.
Yeah.
It's still lazy, but people are technically requesting that. As opposed to you going, I'm going to build a world that just generates itself. Well, then it's hard to have anything interesting ever happen, because it's always going to change. It's never going to be the same. And even if you want to show a friend something, how can you if you didn't record it at that time? Because it may never generate again.
Agreed.
That's kind of was my thing with us playing Hellpoint, was like, that's why it's awkward for me to grind when I'm not recording for you, because something will happen, and then I'm like, oh crap, I need to record this, otherwise it's not going to make sense later. So it's like, it's because technically that has happened. I was grinding off screen yesterday, and I found a random fucking secret. So then now I had to suddenly be like, record, and try to get that part, but that's not my actual playthrough. So I have that clip there now just to explain why that secret's open for when my future playthrough comes.
Well, how about you do... Well, in terms of that, how about you do this? Because, okay, so, people, full disclaimer. First of all, I'll link to Captain K's YouTube channel. Please go there and subscribe to him as well. Second, he double posts, because I gave him the okay to do it. Like, I was all like, dude, you need to put stuff on, I'm completely fine with, like, in terms of, like, the Let's Plays and our podcasts. I'm like, dude, if you want to just take it and double post, I don't mind. So, he does that. But the reason why I bring that up is, okay, so you have that random clip, rather than putting it onto our, like, the company, Mad Hen House channel, why don't you put it as an exclusive
I just put the extra clips there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I considered that, but I wasn't sure, so okay. Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah. It's like, that's kind of what I did with, all the glitches I came across with Cyberpunk 2077, which, again, for the record, I didn't get anywhere near as many glitches, but then again, like, the laptop I have is, like, still, like, top-of-the-line hardware of Doom.
So it's trying to fix things while you're looking for glitches. You're like, give me a glitch, and then the laptop's like, no.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got this.
Oh, no, I came across some fun fucking glitches, though. Like how a character would randomly go into a T-pose. Dude, I summoned my car.
Oh, yeah.
I summoned my car once. And, like, because you recently picked it up, right? Have you started playing it yet?
Yeah, but I'm not super far. I still kind of, because when I started playing it, it was like 3 in the morning, and I was like, I don't want to be up till like 8 still playing. So, I'm still in the beginning parts. But yeah, because even with me, I've only encountered one outright glitch that was so aggressive, there was no way I could even deny it was a glitch. Because it was during a drive, I think it was at the beginning, when you are driving away and being chased by the van.
Uh-huh.
And there was a moment of just one of the characters yelling, fuck. And then that broke the audio. So then it just stayed on the last sound of the K until the next time someone spoke way later driving down the road.
Okay.
So the character screamed fuck, and it became this world-breaking fuck that just stayed in the audio and didn't cut out. And just echoed continuously until the next person spoke, and then it went back to regular audio.
Okay.
It was very weird. But it was so spontaneous I couldn't record it because I didn't even know what was really happening.
Well, in my case, the funniest glitch I came across was I called my car, and then it was supposed to stop next to me, but it literally drove away from me. I'm serious. It drove away from me.
You ordered your Tesla?
Yeah, it literally.
It's like, I'm not self-driving you today.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll show you. I'm gonna fucking show that. Because I can show this. It's my car. Hold on. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's the next episode of Tales of Symphonia for those who are curious. Come on. Wait, was that? Oh, yeah, there we go. So, let's go here. Oh, fuck. And, yeah, my car ran away from me. Like, this glitch was fantastic. Come on, load. So, anyway, but, so while this is loading, I might as well just go, finish the rants I way early on when it comes to, the subject of demos. Like, why I like putting in... Demos, you're supposed to put, an entire third of the game, not cram it in with all the best ideas, per se. Oh,
my vehicle. Hopefully I get that weird glitch, which is, if you call your car, there's a good chance it'll just crash into everything.
Oh.
It's happened before, and that is my car, and it is going away. That's awesome.
Wow.
Oh my god, what the fuck? You should hit V again. Maybe, I'm actually thinking about it.
Has no need for you?
Where did it go?
Yeah, straight up.
Oh, there it is! Wait, that is my car, right?
Did it?
Yeah,
Did it have another driver to pick up?
No.
Was
it
it?
just it just
Was
drove-
it like, I'm on my Uber shift right now? You're gonna have to wait a minute?
Yeah. Well, okay, here's teleportation mastery if you wanna...
It's not bad. It's not great. It's nowhere near as good as the
Wow!
next written episode in the
That-
pretty much.
Wow!
Teleportation mastery. That teleportation
That is the true instant transmission right there.
Right? So anyway, back to demos. That's why, honestly, that's why I put, like, with Death TV, that's why you were able to go through, like, 3 of the classes, 4 stages. That's why with Launch the Hipster, you had, like, I think you had, like, no, you only had 1 stage to choose from. But that was...
There was something you could customize in there, I remember, though. 'Cause
Oh,
I remember I went back through it and when you were promoting it, because I look at things. So I went back and looked.
And with Ninjas vs. Robots, you know, you have like you have the first 4 casts. You have the giant robot that you can command, the flight level, as well as 3 stages right off the bat. So it's like, you know, I wanna, with me, like, I understand that some marketers are saying, like, no, showing too much. They'll have like a finalized opinion as to how the game's gonna look and how the game's gonna feel. It's gonna be if it's crap, etc., etc. I get that. But I'd rather put in the work, show that work, rather than just have like this one tiny little glimpse, and that's it. You know what I mean?
You basically don't want to be the E3
Yeah, right. Oh my God,
E3 that keeps
let's talk about
happening
E3.
over and over again. Where you're like, look at this one 10-minute section that looks amazing. Like, you'd rather show what the game can actually do and function.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes more sense, because that's the thing that bugs me, is when a game is like I get putting out a trailer when you want to create hype. And I get making a demo. But when you make a demo, and the demo really only has like 5 minutes of you playing, but like 20 minutes of you watching stuff happen, you might as well have not made the demo. You might as well have just made another trailer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Like, if you're going to do a demo, you might as well make at least 1 to 2 levels, or at least 1 chapter with a boss battle, possibly, so they can get a scale of what's going to happen. And then following that, because if you're... It also depends on the size of the game, of course. Because if you're making a game that only has like 10 levels...
While on foot,
don't put out 3 levels of demo. But if you're going to be getting a game that's going to be like calculated around 80 hours plus, maybe, let's say if you have around there, not including replay value, then generally you're going to want to make a decent chunk for someone to understand why they want to play this for that.
You can alternate between
hold on a
punching
second,
and kicking
I
if
gotta
you
test that.
like.
I gotta test this. Hold on.
Hitting the X key will allow you to perform a heavy attack. The heavy attack will allow you to instantaneously knock back most opponents, with the exception of familiars or any boss characters.
God damn it.
Pressing and holding the E key will allow you to block incoming attacks.
What?
This will allow you
God damn it. Alright, so... I gotta go to familiar cast, and what is... It's Cloaker? Fuck me sideways twice. Alright. Summon... Okay. Cast. Anyway, we can resume. It's like, no, you were just talking while the tutorial was audio was going on, and I was just like, you know. Yeah, that's on. Sorry. I know I'm an ass, but like, no, montage. Yeah, I know I'm an asshole, but like, we've established this already. Cast.
I summon you.
There we go.
I summon you. I summon you.
So I'll hit Control B. Bum. Let's override that with that, and that. Alright. So You were saying?
Hold on, I have to regather it now. I've had several thoughts since then.
Alright, fair enough.
Where were we at that point? What was the last thing I was ranting about, basically?
I'm sorry, I completely forgot.
You completely forgot.
Yeah, I completely forgot.
Oh, okay.
Well, I know I was talking about demos, and I know I was like talking about like how I'd rather put the work in and shit, rather than just.
Yes, because I was saying the size of the game in terms of the size of the demo.
Yeah.
Like, you need to make a demo of a decent quality that showcases the game to make a person want to have high replay value of your game.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't want to put the least, because it's a problem that I have with Square Enix, or Squaresoft, or I'm not sure which iteration they are at this current time. I think they're Enix.
No, they're Squeenix. You can call them Squeenix for short, yeah.
Okay. Like, they've went through so many adjustments in the names, I'm confused. So, I don't... Square.
Yeah, Square. Let's just call it Square.
But basically, they have a bad habit of that. When they think a game is going to be amazing, they will put out as much gameplay as they can to showcase every little incident about the engine and everything. But when they're hesitant, they will give you a mostly CGI-generated movie where there's a moment of you, like, walking into a room and then a whole bunch of stuff happens. And then they'll build a bunch of hype. But no one knows how the game actually plays.
That's true. No one knows how the game actually plays. I guess...
So, I mean, it's just a toss-up when you do a demo of, like... I guess it's the person who's doing the demo, it's how they feel their game is viewed. But, functionally, if you're making a game, you need to create enough content that you want someone to feel like they're playing a game.
Okay. Fair enough. Alright, I understand that. I can see that. Let's try... I gotta go here. See, the reason why I have to do standalone... the reason why I have to do a standalone is actually because escape will exit out of the engine. However, escape is the pause key. And rather than... I know what you're thinking, Doug, why don't you just switch escape... switch it from escape to P? That... No. That's just way too... Because I'm going to forget to switch it back to escape, and then, like, people are going to jump down my...
Hello, Master. Welcome to On Foot.
Alright, so that's that. Go here. I'm just going to select the dragon. Well, actually, that works. So.
Controls, Master. While on
summon
foot, using the A and D keys will let you move left and right respectively.
Fucking dragon,
But if
baby!
you press...
That was quick. Sorry. Okay. I just had to make sure the cast worked. Now, that being said,
God, now that we've established that,
pretty much. I mean, like, well, so essentially, what I'm saying. Well, right now, this is a good thing because all the casts are now customizable, so that's good. So, and on top of that, what's supposed to show up shows up, which is good. That's done. And now, that being said, that portion is now finished. I might have to rebuild the friendly AI from the ground up, but I don't know if I need to do that, per se. But I might just do that, just to be on the safe. But from what I saw, I don't think I need to rebuild it. Still, it's worth checking out. And the other task that I need to do, other than level design, is... Hold on. I think... No, because, like, the damage table's set up now. Yeah. The only thing I have left to do would probably be the level design. Unless there's something... Well, I mean, like, there's cosmetic shit, obviously. Like, because, I don't know if you noticed, the teleportation sound is literally the same sound. It plays twice, and I really gotta change that. So, I'm gonna change that right the fuck now. Where the fuck is that goddamn... unless it's played in the fucking ninja circle thing. It is!
They're like, no.
I'm gonna double check to see if nope. I'm gonna double check. I'm just gonna type in play sound. Yeah, it's in here, so I have to change this. Anyway, that said, yeah. So, what were we talking about? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm like it because like you're at this critical. Because like I'm at this critical point now. God damn. Okay. I swear to God, for the rest of the. Well, how long have we been casting for? Did you even keep track?
No, but I'm assuming it would probably be somewhere around 25 to 30 minutes.
Fuck.
That's just a guess, though.
Is there a way we could tell? Fuck.
I mean, does your side have a timer for how long the thing's been running?
I'm taking a look at. I'm checking a look. Jesus fucking Christ! I'm taking a look at the dashboard on fucking Zoom, and I'm not seeing anything. Wish I could see how long I have been screen sharing. Fuck, or rather, recording. God
Yeah, because I mean, technically, we've been in the Zoom call, so it should say how long we've been in the call at some level.
Alright, I'm gonna make this solemn vow. There will not be swaths of silence from my end on the next one, which is 2 weeks from now. And don't you dare think that there's gonna be swaths of silence in the slab lounge, because that is the Gundam debate, and I intend to fucking participate in that. Oh my god.
So, like, I'm not gonna let that rest. That's
I won't.
different.
Okay, so I gotta change these up. So that said, I'm just gonna end it. So that said, I know this is. Oh man, we're gonna get like so chewed out for this. Or rather, no, not you. Like you won't get chewed out. Like this is purely on me.
What these guys are letting me out are doing something.
It'll be fine.
Who's playing that? What's playing?
Huh?
Is something playing in the background?
Yes, my phone was activated.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Alright, so, like, tune in, everybody, for another episode of Fox Mind in the Mad Hen House. Again, I am sorry for my own stupidity. I promise this will not happen. Yeah, again.